everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Leshwarmiji and today we are diving into something that affects every single one of us. Contract law. Whether you're buying a coffee, signing up for Netflix or getting a job, contracts are everywhere. So let's break it down and make a sense of it. Alright, what is contract law? So we'll learn about what is contract law, the chapter 1, which is the agreement, and then after that we will see offer and acceptance. So let's see what is an offer and how to forming an agreement. However, you can see that I always take things how to form an agreement and what to do. So I would like to say agreement. In contract law, an agreement is formed when two or more parties have a mutual understanding or meeting of the minds about their respective rights and obligations. I don't know if you have ever been remembered that whether you are buying a coffee, you are paying a bus ticket, you are forming a contract. In the contract process, which is tell you that an agreement is formed when two or more parties actually involved. Only yourself, you cannot make a contract. It should be like when you and your parties, when you and other parties try to form a mutual agreement. When you buy a coffee, so you are the buyer and he is a seller, so it is between two parties. This is a way how to form a contract law. I would like to also mention to you about their respective rights and obligations. So we have the rights and we have the obligation. Now we will see about the external sign of agreement. First of all, we have an offer. Second, we have the acceptance. Then we have the consideration. We have an intention to create legal relation. And we have the capacity. So first of all, contract law is simply agreement that law can enforce. But not every agreement is a contract. Okay, there are few essentials elements that turns all the promises into a binding legal contract. And this is the element. First of all, you have to have an offer. An offer which means I want to sell a bottle. So I am going to tell you that here it is, I'm giving you that offer. I want to sell that bottle to you with a price of 30 rupees. Then we have acceptance. If you have accepted it, this is a thing that, yeah, we have an offer, you have accepted to buy it. But what is consideration? Consideration is the amount. That is 30 rupees of the bottle. And intention to create legal relation is, which is I want to create a legal relation with you when I'm selling it to you and when you are accepting it to it. And a capacity is, the last part is capacity. Capacity is that you must be a legible party to be buy something. That is, you should not be a disabled, you should not be a minor. That is capacity. The capacity consists of minor disabled person. You should be above 18. Even if you are under 18, a minor, there are some restriction that can be set of things to these students, to these minor people. So, first of all, I would like to tell you, we will go to explain offer today in this part. Then the other part, we will explain the acceptance, we will explain consideration and all. Now, what is an offer? An offer is an expression of willingness to contract and specific terms made with the intention that it will become binding once accepted by the person to whom it is addressed. Alors, an offer, c'est une expression of willingness to contract and specific terms. It is an expression to contract. It is an expression that is, I am expressing to you that I want to sell the bottle. And this is your willingness to come to me to telling that, yes, I am accepted it. And then it will become binding. Binding, the word binding is really important in law. That is why it should be have an offer and acceptance. That once binding, once accepted, then it will become binding. The contract has to be addressed to someone. This is what is an offer. Now we have Chen Wishart Okay, it's a famous person. She defined an offer as a clear, definite, and unequivocal proposal made by one party, the offerer, to another, the offeree, expressing a willingness to be bound by the terms set out of if the offer is accepted. Alors, the key aspect of certainty, commitment, and communication. An offer can be expressed or implied. So, she defined an offer as a clear, definite, and unequivocal proposal. You will later learn to unequivocal all these aspects on the related part which is coming forward in the future. So this is what she talk about. The key aspect of it is the certainty, commitment, and communication. An offer can be expressed or implied. This should be really, really important. We will talk about express and implied terms in the future chapters. So this is, you should note it very well. Now, what is the objective approach? Okay, first of all, when you come to an agreement, there should be objective approach. The quote, sorry for all my language because I'm talking it a little bit quickly, so that is why I'm lacking mesmerizing. So I hope you will understand it. So let's see objective approach. The court will take a reasonable person, that is a reasonable person whom he will take another person, the one who is reasonably, not mentally, capacity or whatever. So the court will take a reasonable person point of view and determine whether the person would believe there had been an agreement. Then we have the types of objectivity, promisor, promisee, and detached. So the promisee, it's more, I think I like 1E. So here, so I think it is objectivity, the types of objectivity, promise objectivity, promisee objectivity, detached objectivity. So the court will take a reasonable person. A reasonable person, another person will think that whether there was an agreement, whether there was an offer, whether there was an agreement, or whether there was an acceptance, whether there was a consideration. For example, you're at home, your sister telling you, okay, go clean the kitchen. I'm going to give you 10 rupees. Okay. If you complete the work. The other sister go complete the work and she come and asks 10 rupees. Do you think that another person will consider it as a reasonable thing? Or will consider it it's not reasonably believed to be an offer? So first of all, yes, it's an offer. We have an consideration in it. The sister has formed an agreement. But whether it is intentionally to enter into a legal relation? No. If one of these elements missing, then it can't be a contract. So this is a thing. We have famous cases. I will let you to know later. Now we have famous case. Carlisle versus Carbolic Smoke Boards, and we have Gibson versus Manchester City Council 1971 and 1893. So you should mention all the year dates and things according to scholar referencing or Harvard referencing. In this famous case, the court held that an advertisement for a medicinal product constituted a valid offer. The companies promised to pay thousands to anyone who used the product and still contracted influenza was held to be an offer to the public, not a mere invitation to treat because the terms were clear and definite. So this was a valid offer. Okay? I will talk what is invitation to trade in the next video. So this is the famous case Carlisle versus Carbolic Smoke Bowl. Then we have Gibson versus Manchester City Council 1979. Here, the court held that the council's letter to Mr. Gibson indicating that they may be prepared to sell his council house did not constitute an offer but an invitation to trade as it was not definitive. So, this is the famous case.